Hey everybody, this is Jesus, and welcome back to Guys Not Lab and 5-minute movie reviews. It's been a pretty fun summer, and sorry I just kind of missed a few reviews here and there. It's just been summer, kind of been on vacation and whatnot, but it's a lot of fun movies that I didn't get to review, such as Twisters and Deadpool and Wolverine, Long Legs, a few other movies, but I'm back now. School's about to start, summer's about to end, and I'm gonna try to get some more movies, 5-minute movie reviews, and Friday night Fright Nights, and definitely gonna have our Halloween nights coming up in a couple months here. But today I'm focusing on a movie that I just saw, and that movie was Borderlands. And I really wanted to like this movie because I like a really good popcorn flick. I like kind of just like losing myself and whatever, not just worrying about like what's going on in the world. But I really wanted to like this movie, but it just wasn't that great. Pretty much Borderlands is a movie, it's based off a video game for the Xbox, or maybe it's like for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, but it's like based off a first-person shooter. And yeah, this movie is not doing great right now. It's bombing in the box office. I think it only made like 8 million. Reviews weren't great. And I kind of go counterculture. Like, even if they get horrible reviews, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I like the movie, but it just wasn't that great. It's pretty much, it wanted to be Guardians of the Galaxy so bad.
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
But it just wasn't they had cool characters in a sense, but they just weren't executed to the best of their ability. The actors it just felt like they weren't into it. Kate Blanchett is no Chris Pratt, she was the lead, and not that she has to be like a comedic action, but she just wasn't not to say she wasn't likable, but she just wasn't fitting. It just was not fitting. It wasn't meshing. Nobody was meshing in the characters. They were all kind of just there, and none of them really fit together. But anyways, so the whole point of the movie is they're on this planet called Pandora, and they're trying to open this gate or whatever, and then they have this little girl, not little girl, she's probably maybe 12 to 14, and she's the key, the key to open this vault or whatever. And you really, it's kind of explained the vault has advanced technology, but it's not really specified 100% why. I guess it just advances technology and weapons like that, but yeah, the world was kind of it was kind of cool, but like I said, all it was just Guardians of the Galaxy. It really was trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy, sprinkled in with a little bit of a Fifth Element, and I'm trying, I guess you could say Star Wars or any kind of space movie. I'm trying to think if it was kind of there were some funny parts, but not really. Another thing of it, I thought it was gonna be rated R, but it wasn't. It was PG-13, and I was now to think of it, my son, who's 10, would actually really enjoy this movie. He'd think it was kind of cool and kind of funny, and the action was kind of very simplistic, but it was kind of on the verge. There was cussing and it wasn't that bad. I guess it'd be okay for him to watch it, but I don't know if it'd be if he's just maybe if he was 11 for sure, or 12, but at 10, I don't know. But it just felt very not kiddish. It was definitely not kiddish, but just I don't even know. It wasn't camp. It was campy, but not fun campy. It was just bad. I hate saying a movie's bad, but it just wasn't great. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else was redeeming in the movie, but there really was. Oh, the CG was really bad in the first act. It's pretty much the first act was really bad. CG was horrible. It was so bad. You could just see from the fighter planes or the fighter jets, the whatever, it is bad. And then when they're standing on the canyons, you're ugh, this is rough. Second act, like, yeah, it was not bad because they were kind of like in a tunnel and more walking and kind of like more sceneries where they just like it takes more set designs and kind of green screens. So it was a little more close and it felt like better. And then the third act, okay, so the third act was like, this has been happening a lot. And this is going to sound like I don't like women. I love women, okay? I'm more power to them, more power to, everyone. But it's been this kind of like thing, and it just doesn't sell. But not girl boss. So I'm going to give a little spoiler right now, okay? So if you want to watch the movie, not a lot of people want to, but if you're going to watch the movie, this is a spoiler right now. So ready? Spoiler. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you find out that Kate Blanchett's character, Lilith, is actually the key. She's like the chosen one or whatever. So then she opens the vault, and then it turns out that she's like the phoenix and the fire, the firefighter or whatever, and she has like all these superpowers now. And so then she's like just going like girl boss crazy on all the bad guys and everything. And it's just like here's the thing. A lot of guys go to watch action movies, and I think a lot of guys, when you go to watch an action movie, you want to relate with the character. And usually if it's a female character, not that you can't relate to her, but it's kind of hard sometimes. If the character's male, you're like, oh yeah, I could see, obviously you're not going to do that, but it's more relatable. So then you have these moments where like she's like just beating everybody up, and it's kind of like a Captain Marvel, and like that, Captain Marvel. And then the Marvels bomb, so it's just like all these girls. But then that like it was kind of like that Secret Invasion TV show where that girl just like got all the powers and she's just beating everybody up, and now she's just the strongest. Or I'm trying to think like another like what was it? Not Dark Phoenix, but there's another character which is just like, oh, it's just like unstoppable. Like it's just like the woman's just unstoppable. And it kind of just like, okay, well, if she's like super like girl now or Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel or whatever, then what's the point? No one can defeat her, and it's just there. But you just didn't really care about the characters. That whole like third act was kind of a mess. The second act was okay. The first act CG was horrible, and you just didn't really care about the characters or the movie. I was, like I said, when the movie ended, I was like, okay, cool, time to go home. I didn't even like want to stay. Like I didn't even know if there's post credits or not. I just kind of bounced. Like I could have cared less. Honestly, like this movie, even if like people are fans or not fans of it, this movie came out like at least 10 years too late. This movie, Borderlands, wasn't like a super popular game, but it was popular enough where people liked it. And the thing is that this game came out in 2009. So yeah, if this was 10 years ago, 2024, it would have been perfect. And I think there would have been at least enough buzz for it. But I mean, you think of the shows like Fallout, that was great. Fallout was a great TV show, and it had a lot of the ideas of the video game and a lot of the lore and a lot of the characters. But for whatever reason, Borderlands was just not great. And you could tell like the acting was kind of forced, it was labored. And I read that the movie actually was halted production for 3 years. It was finished wrapping in 2021. So I think there was just a lot of issues from day one, and you could see it. So me, I'm Jesus from Guys Night Lab, and I like a lot of movies. I'm not super picky, but this one, it just wasn't that great. So anyways, I'll catch you on the next one, and if you want to check it out, go for it. But yeah, I'm not a huge recommendation for Borderlands. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful summer, that if it's any summer left, or have a wonderful back to school or back to work or what you're doing. All right, I'm Jesus from Guys Not Lab, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.